Attempt number 1. Attempt number 2. Attempt number 3. At this point, I say I must fit this in rincon sunshine. Attempt number 4.
You are a failure. You are a failure. You can never make it.
See, no still work. Oh, I say my person can help me. And whoop, it did not work. Attempt number 6. Finally. The second eye didn't even stress at all. We just did once and it was good to go. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G Styles here. If you want to know how I created this beautiful look, please stay tuned. I'm using the Blossom Makeup Moisturizer today to moisturize the entire face, especially the under eye, which is the driest part of the face and makeup tends to crack there. So emphasis are going to be on the under eye when moisturizing. I love this moisturizer because it's very affordable and very good as well. Next, I'm using the Power Seal from Msmetic. This is an oil and sweat snag, so it just helps with oil and sweat. I'm using a cotton pad and applying on the T-zone areas. Next, I'm using my grip primer. I love this grip primer from Msmetic. It just makes my makeup last even longer. I apply this especially on the T-zone areas. Please avoid the under eye when you're using your primers, because you want your under eye to still be moisturized. Next, I'm going in with my Becca primer. This is for oil as well. I'm just going to be concentrating this on the T-zone areas, especially the nose. Just massaging it into her skin. Once you apply, you want to make sure you massage into the skin so your foundation and products don't break there. For foundation now, I'm going in with V Beauty. I'm going to be mixing the shade Dubai and Nigeria. So I'm just applying that all over the skin. And I'm using it to cover the microbladed brows. I don't do well with microblading. I love to cover it when I'm doing my foundation. So I hydrate using my badescu hydrating spray, and now I'm blending in with a damp beauty blender. Please, your beauty blender shouldn't be dry or wet, it should just be damp. Take your time when blending. Blending is key, so you want to make sure you blend well. For contour and blush, I'm using my Nuban Beauty Concealer in the shade 049 and 050. So I'm just applying that on my tragus area and I'm just blending it. And same thing with my blush. I'm applying it on the apples of my cheek and I'm as well blending it. For concealer today, I'm using the Beauty by AD in the shade Bad 07 and 03. So for highlighting, I'm applying the concealer under the eyes, on the nose, the cupid's bow, the chin and the forehead. I always apply the lightest color first before I go in with the darker shade. The darker shade, you just want to put it at the edges. So for blending, I'm just going to be blending from the dark shade into the light shade. And you don't want to do this with so much pressure, just lightly. If you put a lot of pressure when blending, you notice that your foundation or your product start to shift. So you want to make sure you are very light-handed when you are blending. Take your time when you are blending. Don't add so much pressure. And make sure you are dabbing and not swiping when you are blending. To set all the areas we highlighted using concealer, we're going to be using the Merak setting powder in the shade Ginger to set. But before you set, you want to make sure you go back with your beauty blender and use the parts that you used to blend your concealer to smoothen out the under eye. Then take a thin layer of your setting powder and push it into the skin. So you just keep taking the setting powder in thin layers and keep setting over and over again until the whole highlighted areas are set. Next, I'm going to be using this Becharm Ageless powder palette to set her entire face. So I'm using those 3 shades. Notice that I'm not swiping when I'm applying my powder. I dab. Dabbing is key. I dab when I'm setting. Now for contour, I'm using that dark shade, and I'm just going to be applying my contour powder in the same area I applied the cream contour. I'm also dabbing. For my nose contour, I'm taking this shade and I'm trying to create a Y shape using a flat fluffy brush, just making the 2 branches. After I'm done doing that, I make a straight line going down. You want to make sure that your lines are close to each other. If they are far apart, you make the nose look bigger. Going in with my powder blush on the same place we used the cream blush. Next, I'm doing my reverse contour using that same Merak setting powder in the shade ginger from the tragus, making a straight line. Also doing it for my nose contour, just making a straight line immediately after my contour. I'm putting a straight line as well in the middle of the nose. To bake, I'm going in with my Merak setting powder in the shade cinnamon, and I'm just applying the powder there so it can catch any eyeshadow fallout. That's the essence of baking. I did the brows off camera because I already have a detailed brow tutorial on my page. Do well to check it out. I'll be leaving the link on the description box. I would also be leaving the link to this beautiful eyeshadow. I'm going in with more blush from this Rosy Cheek palette from Tehila. And now for my highlighter, I'm also using the Tehila palette. And I'm just using these shades to highlight the cheekbone, the cupid's bow, the chin, the forehead, and the nose. Sometimes I also highlight the brow bone. I also have a link in the description box for the lips. Please check it out. And this is the final look, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, comment, tell a friend. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.